Back, guys. So today's video is just going to be me talking about what I do in my programming, how I program my stuff, and how I recover on certain days, or what I do on days that that I take a rest day per se. So first off, let's just say I do train like kind of like a bodybuilder, so high volume, high intensity and stuff, and not as heavy weight unless like I need to or I can, and I'm very much emphasized on technique for the most part. Now I did transition slowly to a strength program here just because I'm in a cutting phase, so it's just a good way for me to maintain the muscle mass that I have while also doing somewhat of lower reps but higher weight, and just having that strength up while I'm still cutting in a sense. Now, there's different ways, obviously, that you could go about that, and this is just one way that I'm going about it. I'm not saying that this is completely like the best way that you can, but it is a different way. You know, everyone does things differently, and everything would work differently for somebody else. You know what I mean? And then the other aspect would be, so that's just the training aspect, and then the eating, I'm under like 1900 1900 calories around there. And then cardio kind of fluctuates. Sometimes I get lazy, and that's on me. I probably should be way ahead of what I am right now, but I'm lacking on my cardio sometimes, so that's something that I need to up. And then another thing is recovery. I'm getting good at like probably 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and on top of that, I have a rest day. I'm resting like I'm basically working out like 3 times a week now, compared to the full like 5 to 4, something like that. So I'm having adequate time to recover and everything. And on top of that, I'm also using an infrared sauna too to help with that, with muscle soreness and other stuff. So I feel pretty good. Not saying that that is required, but it is something that I'm trying out. Now let's rewind back to my training program. So usually right now I'm just focusing on the three big lifts: deadlift, squats, and um, bench. Um, so that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to get my numbers up in the same way, you know. So that's how that's going, and I have uh, on the days if I'm not super tired, like say um, I hit bench, and then the next day, Tuesday, say I'm not super tired, I would probably hit just kind of like a little accessory lift, kind of like forearms or shoulders, or you know, a little bit of just another chest exercise, or not even, just kind of like a hit, or if all, I'll probably just end up doing cardio again. But like I said before, I'm slacking on that department. But nothing crazy, just a pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and I'm kind of seeing pretty good results. I'll put them up here in a minute, from my before to after, when I started cutting to to what I look like now. Obviously, it might not look like a massive change, but I could definitely tell a difference on the way that I move and how I feel, for sure. And then on the nutrition side, again, down to 1900 calories. Started at 21 for my cut, then went down to 1900 right now. And then another thing I would say, hey guys, before I forget to mention, I'm also intermittent fasting on top of my cut, so that way I can see somewhat of faster results. In a sense, also kind of helping in the department of not getting too much cardio, so I'm not also intaking too much food also, which has its downs and ups, I guess you can say. But overall, it's going pretty good. It is something I'm gonna try to do in my bulk and probably keep doing for a while now. So just keep that in mind. I also am intermittent fasting, so don't just think that it's like, oh, this is the problem. No, this is also on top of that too. But anyways, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I've cleaned up my eating for the most part, yes. but it's still not to where I need it to be. I'm still eating out a little bit then and there, but it's not, I guess, bad food. It's still eating out, it's still not whole foods, but it's preferably like, like a rice bowl with chicken, double chicken or something. Nothing, no additives, nothing really, nothing crazy, just like stuff like that. So, still eating out, but not super, super bad, obviously, still not good for you, but and overall, that's how everything is going right now. I switched from a strength program, cleaning my nutrition, and getting more better sleep. Just overall, just need to clean up my eating a little bit more and do a little bit more cardio. And on top of that, using a sauna, which is pretty nice because I work at the gym, so it's free for me. So I'm able to use that, and I only use it like twice a week, maybe if even once a week, which is overall pretty good. And I feel pretty good afterwards. It's a good way to detoxify my body, I guess, bringing all those sweats and everything and the heavy metals out of my system, but it penetrates deeper in the skin and everything, so I feel more relaxed and everything afterwards. But that is kind of like a brief overview of what I'm doing right now. And again, uh, it's nothing crazy. It's pretty simple, and it's something that I feel like anybody could really do. If you just overall just clean up your eating, work out maybe once to twice a week if that's what you can. It's better than nothing. And then and just do some cardio, like at least 5 to 7,000 steps a day. And if you can hit 10, perfect. If you can hit like 11 to 12, 13, even better. You know, it's really not hard, but it is a dedication thing that you have to be dedicated enough to do that. But other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video. I have been posting some reels, so y'all go watch those and my other videos. But make sure to comment, subscribe, and share, and let me know what I can do. Let me know what other videos. This is kind of just a brief summary. I wanted to let y'all know like what I'm doing and everything, because I think I'm seeing a change. So why not share it with y'all? So thank y'all guys, and I'll see you on the next video.